In a world where every decision made by a royal family is scrutinized, one decision currently being made within the British monarchy has the potential to rewrite the future of the royal institution itself. This is not merely a story of an heir to the throne deciding where to continue his education, but one of a generational struggle, familial discord, and a changing monarchy that stands at the crossroads of tradition and modernity. As the eldest son of Prince William and Princess Catherine, Prince George is destined to be the future monarch of the United Kingdom. He has been under the spotlight since his birth, and every aspect of his life is carefully managed, analyzed, and discussed. So when the time came for him to leave primary school and step into the world of secondary education, the stakes could not have been higher. But the question that looms is not just about where George should study, it's about how he will be shaped by the very forces that govern the monarchy itself. And in this instance, those forces are pulling in very different directions. The transition from primary school to secondary school for Prince George is a landmark moment, not just for the young prince, but for the entire monarchy. While this change is a rite of passage for any child, it carries an added layer of significance when you are third in line to the throne. This is the first major decision in his life that will be observed by the world and dissected by both the public and the press. How will the royal family handle this seemingly mundane matter? How will the royal education system evolve to meet the changing demands of a modern, forward-thinking monarchy? In the backdrop of this decision lies the ever-present tension between royal tradition and a new wave of progressive thinking that is emerging from within the monarchy itself. Prince William and Princess Catherine, who are widely seen as the faces of a more modern and approachable royal family, face an intensely personal and professional decision. On the one hand, they must uphold the weight of centuries of royal precedent. On the other, they want their children, especially Prince George, to grow up in a way that is free from the suffocating restrictions and pressures that have historically plagued the lives of royal heirs. But as Prince William and Princess Catherine weigh the options, a clash of values and ideologies has emerged within the royal family, revealing deep-seated tensions that have existed for years. The driving force behind these tensions is none other than Queen Camilla, the wife of King Charles and a figure whose influence over the monarchy cannot be underestimated. Her traditional views and steadfast commitment to preserving royal legacy have now come into direct conflict with William and Catherine's desire to modernize the way the monarchy approaches both its public duties and the personal lives of its members. For centuries, the British royal family has adhered to the tradition of sending its children to prestigious boarding schools, institutions designed to instill in them the qualities of leadership, discipline, and duty. This has been a long-standing custom that has shaped not just the lives of royal children, but also the very image of the monarchy itself. The most notable example of this tradition is the school attended by Prince William himself, Eton College, an institution known for its elitism and its ties to the highest echelons of British society. It is a place that not only serves as an academic institution, but as a breeding ground for future leaders, including those destined to wear the crown. For King Charles, as well as for Camilla, the notion of sending Prince George to a similarly prestigious boarding school was never in question. It is a decision that, in their eyes, aligns with the values and responsibilities of the monarchy. George's education, in their view, must be rooted in tradition, providing him with the proper tools to carry out his future royal duties with dignity and authority. For Camilla, a woman who spent years in the shadows of royal life, and has only more recently been thrust into the limelight, the importance of adhering to these traditions is paramount. She sees George's education as the first step in preparing him to navigate the complexities of the monarchy, which will one day fall upon his shoulders. However, Prince William and Princess Catherine, who are determined to raise their children in an environment that fosters individuality, creativity, and emotional intelligence, are less inclined to simply accept royal tradition at face value. They want their children to have the freedom to pursue their own passions, to form their own views, and to develop their identities outside the rigid confines of royal protocol. As much as they respect the royal legacy, they are determined to carve out a path for their family that allows for greater autonomy and personal fulfillment. The disagreement between the royal generations is not just about education, it is about a broader vision for the future of the monarchy. On one side, you have Camilla, whose approach to the monarchy is grounded in the belief that tradition is what has kept the institution intact for centuries. For her, the monarchy is not just a symbol of national unity, but also an unchanging institution that must be preserved at all costs. Education, in her eyes, is not a personal matter, but a public duty, one that must prepare royal children to live up to their future roles as leaders of the nation. On the other side stand Prince William and Princess Catherine, whose outlook on the monarchy is heavily influenced by the changing times in which they live. They recognize the importance of royal duty, but they also understand that the monarchy must evolve to survive in the 21st century. They are keenly aware of the shifting public perception of the royal family, and they are committed to ensuring that their children grow up in a way that reflects the values of compassion, empathy, and individual freedom. For them, the royal family cannot remain a relic of the past, it must engage with the modern world, addressing the concerns of contemporary society while maintaining its historical significance. Camilla has not shied away from making her preferences known in this debate. Reports from palace insiders reveal that she has been a vocal advocate for a more traditional approach to Prince George's schooling. Specifically, she has recommended a certain boarding school, one with a rich history of producing future leaders, who have gone on to serve in high-profile positions within the British government and beyond. This particular institution, which has long been associated with the aristocracy, is seen as the ideal place for George to receive the royal education that Camilla believes is necessary to prepare him for the future. However, Prince William and Princess Catherine are not easily swayed by external influence, and they have expressed concern that sending George to such an institution would not only separate him from his family for extended periods, but could also reinforce a sense of elitism and isolation that they do not wish for their children. They want George to grow up with a sense of groundedness and humility, qualities that they believe are essential for a future monarch in a world that is becoming increasingly connected and diverse. The tension surrounding George's education is far from resolved. In fact, it has created a deep rift within the royal family, as both sides stand firm in their respective beliefs. Prince William and Princess Catherine are not only fighting for what they believe is the best course for their son, but they are also setting a precedent for how they intend to raise their children. This decision will shape not just their family dynamic, but also the future of the monarchy, sending a clear message about the direction in which it is headed. For Camilla, this is a critical moment. She has spent years building her influence within the royal family, and it is clear that she has a strong vision for how the monarchy should function. But with Prince William and Princess Catherine asserting their own authority over the matter of Prince George's education, the power dynamics within the royal family are being tested. Will Camilla accept their decision, or will she continue to push for a more traditional approach? In the grand scheme of things, the decision about Prince George's schooling may seem like a minor one. But in reality, it is a symbol of the larger battle for the future of the monarchy, a battle between tradition and progress, between the values of the past and the needs of the present. As the royal family grapples with this crucial decision, the world is watching closely, eager to see how the monarchy will adapt to the challenges of the 21st century. At the heart of this drama is the question of what kind of monarchy will emerge in the coming decades. Will it continue to be an institution rooted in tradition and duty, or will it evolve into something more modern, more connected to the public, and more in tune with the changing values of society? The answer to that question may depend on the outcome of this royal education saga, and only time will tell if Prince William and Princess Catherine's vision for their children will ultimately win out. As the royal family continues to navigate this critical decision, we want to hear your thoughts. Should Prince George be educated according to royal tradition, or is it time for the monarchy to embrace a more progressive approach? What impact will this decision have on the future of the monarchy? Leave your comments below and join the conversation.